I got into social work largely by accident. I was back in my early 20s. I was between jobs, and a friend of mine had their mother ran a day centre in Oldham, and they needed volunteers, particularly male volunteers. So I said that I'd give it a go, and then it turned out that I really enjoyed what I was doing. So when the opportunity came up to apply for an actual job, I applied for that, and then the council offered to put me through my social work degree. So they paid my tuition, gave me a wage and a job to do while I was training, and then I've worked for them as a social worker ever since. Once you start doing the work, you start to become aware of how much more there is that you could be doing, but being able to do that depends on having the qualification, because there are some things which you can only do if you're a qualified social worker. So for me it wasn't a sudden career decision so much as just a continuation of what I was already doing. The reason I've stayed in Oldham is partly the place. I think primarily it's the people that I work with, both in terms of my colleagues. I've had some absolutely excellent colleagues over the years, and I've worked for some fantastic teams, and also the people that I support, the residents around here. Oldham's a very diverse borough, and I like a bit of variety. The benefits for me have been the environment that I've been working in, the variety of work and the variety of opportunity that I've been lucky enough to have made available to me. The way in which the council has looked after and supported me. I've been working for the council for a long time. It's during any time like that, not everything is going to go smoothly, so I've had ups and downs, and they've always been very accommodating and understanding, and they've been prepared to make adjustments to try to make sure that I'm okay and I can continue doing the job that I love. I think with any social work role, your big reward is going to be seeing the results that people manage to achieve, and the changes that you can help people to make in their lives. It's nice to work for an employer who values you. It's nice to be able to work in a setting where I've always been able to feel that I've got security in my job, that I've got flexibility in my job, so that when there's things happening in my life that need my attention more, they've been able to meet me halfway on that. The support I get is very good. I've been lucky to have a series of very good managers who've been prepared to offer support and guidance when needed, but also happy to step out of the way and let me get on with my job. My colleagues are probably my primary source of support. We spend a lot of time talking to each other, bouncing ideas off each other. If there's something that you're not sure about, you can always get one of your colleagues to look through it, or to sit there while you talk through it. And even if they're not providing you with advice, sometimes just hearing the words coming out of your own mouth is enough to help you get some understanding. And the other thing from my time working in the council is that it's not always just been council employees that have been there to support me. The teams that I've worked with in Oldham have been very big on multidisciplinary working, so you have access to people from other professions and other specialities, which can give you a new perspective on what you're doing and provide information that you just wouldn't get otherwise, and that's marvellous. The experience of CPD with Oldham has been absolutely brilliant. I was seconded onto the course, they paid my tuition, paid me a wage whilst I was a student, and then gave me a job afterwards. Post-qualifying, they've continued to invest in me. They've I've recently qualified as a best interest assessor. I'm just in the process of going back to university yet again to do some further post-qualifying work. The reason that they've actually put me forward for doing that module is because what I want in terms of career development in the future, I need that module in order to do it, so it'll be helpful for me now, but they've mainly put it through to support my career development moving on.